All right, peace, power, and love as always, and greeting. And welcome to another broadcast of the big picture. If you're liking the content, of course, like, subscribe, smash up the likes, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Um, we welcome you all and thank you all for subscribing and liking thus far. Want to also welcome my activatemedia.org family out of Boston, Mass as well. Um, I just wanted to jump on here today and talk about this vote, that's coming up. And just like I say, goddamn America, I say, goddamn the vote too. Um, we're watching Israel um, open up its bombing campaign again, and America being in full support of it. Um, and it's just leading me to, you know, wonder about our mindset. Makes me wonder and think about what are we actually thinking about? Um, what is actually on our mind to the point of why do we keep participating? Um, we are all showing so much concern for what is happening to the Palestinians at the hands of Israel. And we always as a people collectively um we can't come together to unite collectively. We can't come together to build for us collectively. We can't come together and do anything that is going to be beneficial for us as a whole. Uh, but I'm watching us as this situation continues to play out in the Middle East and how we um, are so supportive of others, but non supportive of one another. Now, don't get me wrong, because I've said this. Uh, I think what's going on over there is tragic. It's terrible to, be witnessing men, women, and children being displaced and being taken off of this earth because of people's greed and their power and ability to just do it. Um, the same thing that is happening to them has been happening to us as black people for years. And it bothers me that we can show concern for people we don't even know when there's nothing wrong with that. We can show concern for those people who are suffering, but we don't show that same concern when it comes to us and our suffering. And, despite all that's happening globally, we're still being oppressed as well. We're still being brutalized by these coward cops and these racist patriots. And that is what really, leads me to the question of, you know, or not really the question. Well, yeah, the question of why do we still participate, but the statement that I made about goddamn they vote, because I can guarantee you that we can go out in numbers and vote, but we still will have to endure the same condition. We still will have to endure the same police brutality, the same racist oppression that we have been suffering for years and years. And my whole thing is, honestly, because I'm watching the same black people right now oiling up, gearing up their wheels to start this Democratic, vote Democrat bullshit. I'm gonna call it what it is. You see all these boule Negroes, these gatekeeping Negroes talking about we got to get out there and vote for Biden and Harris. We got to do it again. No, we don't have to keep doing the same insane things over and over and over again to reap the same benefits that we get over and over and over again. And my reason for saying that is not because I hate Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. I just ain't got no love for them. They, just like all other politicians, are nothing more than lip work and a facade. Giving you a false hope. And I've stated this on several occasions, and my opinion will not change. We don't get anything for our vote except that little old bitty sticker that they give you that says, I voted. With everything that is happening in America that concerns us as black people, this administration hasn't shown any concern. He's flat out lied to us. He knows how he got in office. He acknowledged why he got in office when he was elected, and made the statement that he appreciated what we done. He appreciated our help, and he owes us, and he has our back, but he hasn't. Neither has Enhind Harris. Neither one of them has had our back. So I'm really concerned about our insanity. And let me just call it really what it is, our stupidity to keep voting for the same party that keeps shitting on us. And I'm not saying that Republicans are any better, but Democrats every 4 years, every 4 years, jock for the black support, but don't support the black people. And it's evident. If it's not evident by now, you are really still asleep. Point blank, period. What we're suffering through is open oppression, blatant oppression. And then we have an administration that shits on us as well. You know, I opened several news articles where we're still being mishandled by the police. Our elderly, our youth, our women, our men, all being brutalized and still being murdered by these coward cops. And we have an administration that is straight up and down ignoring what's happening to us while paying the utmost of attention of what's happening to the Ukrainians and paying very close attention to what's happening with the Israel Hamas situation and showing more concern for those displaced Palestinians than they do for their own displaced citizens. And this is what pisses me off about America. America goes all over the globe trying to correct others and has never taken the time to self-correct, has never taken the time to correct itself and the wrongs that it has perpetrated, but can always find a finger of blame to point at somebody else, as if everything that this administration and that this system does is the right thing. And this system, you know, is reaping what it has sown, and it's only just begun. So prepare yourselves for what's really coming down the pike, because karma is real, and America has a lot of karma to pay. You know, and this is why I say we need to separate ourselves from this system. And we can build a system inside a system. We need to focus more on, like I've said in the past, the things that we need. And see, we don't need any more, you know, lying ass Democrats, you know, playing on our feelings, emotions, and tragedies, telling us what we want to hear, but doing the exact opposite of that. And this is what burns me up. Do we not see this? Are we not paying attention to what this jackass of a president is doing? Because he's no better than Trump. No better than Trump. And everybody is right now feverishly scurrying around to try to make sure that there can be a Democratic nominee that can beat Trump. And on some real shit, like I've said before, I really don't care who's in office, Republican or Democrat. It's never beneficial for my people. It is never beneficial for black people, Republican or Democrat. And we waste our time running to these polls voting Democrat, when I'm not saying what you should vote, but what I am saying is vote for something and someone that is trying to do the right thing. And Biden hadn't even tried to do the right thing by us. This same administration that shit on black people and spit in our face and told us that they didn't have any money for reparations, but has found trillions of dollars to send, billions of dollars to send to Ukraine, and even more billions to send to Israel to genocide a people. And this is what our system, well, this system is supportive of: violence, getting rid of people that they deem expendable, getting rid of people as if they are such a righteous people. And this is what bothers me about America. America is no moral compass. America right now, in real time, is showing you what it is about. And this administration, with that half-dead president and that irrelevant ass vice president, has done nothing to make those situations better either. All they're doing is shoveling money to Ukraine, shoveling money to Israel so that they can keep killing. But in the same breath, America doesn't think that it has its own karma coming. America in its arrogance feels that if it's doing nothing wrong, America in its ignorance, always 90% of the time doing something wrong, but claiming to be the savior, the big brother. And I just don't see it, and I just cannot keep falling for the same bullshit. And I'm trying to figure out how we collectively continue to fall for the same bullshit. So really, I guess, I've heard several people saying this, and it another thing that pisses me off, all these stupid ass challenges that we do and partake in, like the one that's going on right now, the tape your phone to the fucking ceiling and shake your ass for everybody to see. And I'm just like, what are you all going to tell your children when your children see the things that you've done online? How you degrade yourself. We will degrade ourselves and participate in stupid ass challenges and all that other dumb shit, but we won't come together on some real shit. We won't come together to unify ourselves and to better our condition. Let's put that out there as a challenge. I've done that several times. Nobody ever responds. You never hear, you don't ever hear anything about those hashtag challenges that I've tried to get started. The let's unite challenge. Let's build together challenge. Let's practice group economics challenge. Let's teach our children a different and better way challenge. Let's better ourselves challenge. Let's love one another correctly challenge. Let's uplift one another challenge. See, those are things that are too much like right to do. But you come up with some old ignorant bullshit where you can shake your ass and show your titties and ass to the world. Everybody on it. Everybody's on it. Just like the dumb ice bucket challenge. The milk crate challenge, where people breaking legs, doing dumb shit. That's not beneficial. What does that benefit us? How does that benefit us? How does that benefit in individually even? It doesn't. And that's another thing that bothers me with all of the things that we face as black people, with all of the things that we face collectively. We still will not come together and stay together in a unified way. We still will not come together and work together collectively for the things that we need. We won't do it. We refuse to do that. And I've said this time and time again as well. You know, yes, we are owed something from this ratchet ass government, but we don't have to keep begging them. We do not have to keep begging this government for what it knows is owed us. It's not like this government doesn't know that it practiced slavery. It's not like this government doesn't know that it lynched thousands upon thousands of melanated individuals. It does not take, it is known by this country that it bombed and burned black towns. It is known by this country that it made lakes out of black towns while murdering, killing melanated individuals in the process. It is known by this country that it has taken land that doesn't belong to them and allowed its white citizens to do the same exact thing. See, this country knows what it has done. We run around acting like this country has treated us fairly and just. We run around here acting as if we owe this country something, and this country owes us nothing. And it bothers me that we continue to bend over backwards to fit into a society that doesn't accept us anyway. And that's why I constantly say that separation is what's best for us. Because we can take care of one another better if we're together within vicinity. We're too spread out. We need to bring our bodies and souls together. We need to have a new migration, a reverse migration, where we bring our bodies close together, where we can protect one another, where we can help one another and be of help. Because there's going to come a time when we're going to need each other. And let me throw that in. Because we need each other. We are all we got. We can't continue to keep being reliant upon a injustice system that has never gave a shit about us. Name one time in history that this goddamn system gave a shit about what was happening to us. Name one time in history that this system worked in our favor. Name one time in history that this system did the right thing when it came to our people. It just doesn't happen. And we continue to hang on to a notion that America's going to change. America is not going to change until we change it. Why would I give up $1 million lifestyle if I didn't have to? And this is what America is pretty much saying to us. We do not have to respect you. We are who we are and what we are. And you either like it, or what is their favorite saying? Go back to your country. This ain't y'all's country. See, and this is what has been so misunderstood. And in that misunderstanding, we continue to suffer the most. We can continue to do without more than anybody else. We continue to be brutalized by these cops and these racist patriots. But can we get a hate crime bill? Can we get the George Floyd justice bill passed? Nothing. This system, this legislation, this legislation does nothing for us. The Senate, the House, Congress, nobody coming to our aid. And this is what I'm wanting you all to understand. Nobody's coming to our aid. Nobody's breaking their neck to befriend us. And we're not even breaking our necks to save us. We continue to suffer without regard. And we continue to suffer silently. And it's past time for our suffering to end. And until we can stand up, man up, we'll continue to suffer. We're going to continue to die. We're going to continue to be brutalized. We're going to continue to have nothing. We don't have nothing but one another. And that's all we need. All we need is each other doing what's right for each other. And right now, we are so far detached from that. I mean, what are we going to vote for? Who are we going to vote for, and why? And who and what is that person going to do for us? Not individually. What is that person going to do for us collectively as a people? Just a question. Just a question, because I'm so agitated and aggravated at our state of being, and we're not even concerned enough to speak out about what's wrong. So we'll continue to have the same existence that we've been having. And I, for one, am tired of this existence of suffering and oppression. And what I'm saying, I guess, is, like I said, goddamn the vote. Why do we waste our times going to vote for a Republican or a Democrat that ain't gonna do shit for us? And I've been hearing black people, running around here talking about Biden and saying they gonna vote for Trump, the other evil. So I mean, like I say, why do we feel as if we have to vote? We don't have to. And our ancestors did not die for a funky ass right to vote. They died because they wanted freedom, justice, and equality that we still don't have, and that we don't, for the most part, seem to be concerned about. That's why our ancestors fought, bled, and died for freedom. They wanted freedom. They wanted justice. They wanted equality. And we should want the same thing. And that's all I got, y'all. I'm saying don't vote. If there is nobody out there that is working in our favor are willing to work in our favor, why do we keep giving them our time and our effort? Why? They don't put any time nor effort into our circumstances. Why do we keep giving them our time and effort? Well, like I say, y'all, that's all I got. We really need to wake up. Some of us are really sick, and some of us are on. We're all on different planes. True enough, but some things are so common sense and evident that there's no need to explain it. It's right in your face. So just think about that. Think about that in this next voting season, and continue to watch how they will start to pander to black people now until through next November. And after next November, they'll go right back to business as usual. Think about that. And like I always say in closing, y'all, I appreciate y'all um, watching. I appreciate those of you who have subscribed, those of you who share the videos. Appreciate my activatemedia.org family out of Boston, Mass. Y'all, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to get with a new program. If if what is in place is not working for the whole of the people, it's time to put something new in place that will work for the whole of the people, not just some of the people. All right, y'all. Like I always say in closing, let's plan, let's organize, let's unify, because we all have a key right here and right here. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace, power, and love.